Hey, why you keep looking at the screen like I'm too dark or something? Like you got some jokes you want to say?
Well, the problem, first of all, I haven't seen you for the first 15 minutes. I just heard your voice because I don't know what color black you are right now. I was like, yo, I know it's him, but I don't see him. Listen, Shaq, I ain't seen you this dark. Bruh, what happened? When'd you fall asleep on the grill? Hell. What's going on, bro? Like, we used to be the same. God damn. You, boy.
You sent me the text earlier. That was the funniest text. You said, damn, bro. You look like
You
just...
look like the first dude that got his freedom, man. This is like, yo, I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long.
Yeah, I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big.
Welcome to the Big Podcast with Shaq. I am the one and only Shaquille O'Neal. I'm here with one of my favorite people in the world who happens to be my relative, the great Bill Bellamy. He's in San Antonio, so I'm sure he's going to do some jokes about those big old women down there in San Antonio. Have you ever seen Charles Barkley talk about the skit?
Oh my God, Charles don't have no mercy, man. I mean,
This is my favorite one. Check out this clip right here.
I'm telling you the truth. I think it's a great city. I think they got the best organization in the NBA, but they do have some big old women down there. I mean, come on now.
yo, the thing about Charles is he's so blatantly honest about how he feel. He don't realize he on TV. He just like, man, ain't nothing to do with San Antonio. Ain't nothing but big old girls down there. But I'm gonna tell you now, there's a few. He ain't like it's a few. It ain't the whole city, but I think it's a couple. Yeah, go ahead.
So listen, you know, after I left the family in Newark, I went to San Antonio, so I have nothing to say about the beautiful women
Right.
of San Antonio.
You can't say nothing. Just churros and a lot of Mexican food here.
But I can laugh at all the jokes. So,
Yeah,
you know,
you can.
speaking of jokes, you're on stage.
Yes.
I grew up watching you perform, Peppermint Lounge. What's the other club? 88? What was that club in Newark?
Club 88. Yeah, it was Club 88 too.
So, you know, I grew up watching you there. You got to LA before I did. I joined you in LA. You blessed the Improv on Monday, Comedy Store on Tuesday, Chocolate Sunday on Sundays. What's the craziest thing that you've ever seen on stage?
Wow. I'm gonna give you a great night. And you were here, you were there that night. This was the night.
Carlos Mencina and Suge Knight?
No, you was there that night. I'm gonna refresh your memory. I was performing this night and Richard Pryor was on stage at the Comedy Store.
I remember that night. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was crazy because I was going on there to do a guest spot and I didn't know Richard Pryor was doing like, you know, one of his last, you know, kind of shows or whatever. So Arsenio was hosting that night, if you remember.
I do.
You pulled up, Arsenio pulled up, Eddie Murphy pulled up, and I didn't even know. Like I ended up seeing you, not knowing you was coming. So I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" You was like, "Yo, man, Richard Pryor going on." I was like, "What?" And then, you know, obviously that's my idol in the comedy game, and so I'm like, "Damn, when am I going?" And they brought me on stage right before Richard Pryor, and I was like, "Yo, that was some epic." Because I had never met him before, and he was like, "Man, that's fun." Man, damn, you know, gave me a little love. So that was a classic. I think that was like right when you came to LA, kind of.
That's right, yeah, 96,
Like,
97.
Yeah, right in there, 96, 97. Tyra Banks was there. I remember that night came through. It was star-studded. That was one of them. Who else? Go ahead.
And shortly after that, we had beef. You remember what our beef was about?
No, what was it?
You did a movie called How to Be a Player, and you gave up all my secrets. You gave up all my secrets.
Yeah.
You gave up all my secrets. I saw you. I was so mad at you. I was like, Bill, I love you. You my first cousin. I love the movie, but you You giving up too many secrets, dog.
Yo, How to Be a Player was definitely, a classic, and you got to understand at that time you was single and you was doing the most. You got
The
to understand because
most.
I remember our Orlando days was crazy. Woo!
All right. So,
Our
question.
Orlando days was nuts. Yes.
So this is 2025, and with all the new
Okay.
technology, what rules from your movie How to Be a Player would you institute? And not only that, which ones would not work today?
Well, first of all, social media is the death of everybody. So that's one. You would have to get rid of. You would have to get rid of the internet. Period. Like shut it down. That's one. I would get rid of all the new phones. I'll go back to the one we had. I'll go back to StarTex.
Oh yeah, remember Star Trek? Yeah, a little flip joint. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh
you
yeah,
remember, the joint, you wasn't
yeah,
taking no pictures, wasn't doing
yeah.
no videos. All these pictures, all these videos, all that stuff just killed the game, you know what I'm saying? And then also, too, I'd get rid of TikTok. You got to get rid of TikTok. You can't have TikTok and goddamn Instagram and all this stuff, and you trying to be, in the streets. You gotta lay low. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. There's no privacy anymore. The best era was the '90s.
I remember coming out Georgia King Village, seeing them boys do what they do, and they had those dope man phones, the brick phones, and I always said to myself, when I get some money, that's gonna be the first thing I got. I remember having one of them. Yeah, I remember having one of them coming back to Newark on the block with my fur. They was like, "Okay, big dog, you made it. You made it."
But we thought we was balling back then because I had that same phone and How to Be a Player. And I'm gonna take you back one more. Do you remember? um, I got my first Benz in 95, 96.
I
And I
remember.
had the phone. Remember, I had the phone
I
in the car.
remember. I
Remember right,
remember that.
remember
I
right on
remember
right
that.
on the dash right there, and you could
I
be like,
remember that.
call Shaq, and it'd be like, "Brrr," and your phone bill would be like $800 for 14 calls.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, you was killing them.
Yeah, I was killing them. I was coming up in the game at that point.
Remember how a couple years ago how Versus was so prevalent? I think we knew more of that. So my question is, who would be the coldest player? Eddie Murphy and Boomerang, or you and How to Be a Player? That's gonna be a close one. That's gonna be a close one.
Man, I'm
You
gonna be
want me to answer
honest with
first?
you.
Let me answer
I'll tell
first.
you why. Go.
I'm gonna go with you because Eddie got flipped up. Eddie got flipped up. When they went to the dinner scene and my boy said, "Hey man, I see you whip. You can't be whip. You got to whip that." So he got flipped
Right?
up by the beautiful, gorgeous Robin Givens.
Yes, he
And
did.
and you did and
go
you,
ahead.
you didn't get tripped up because at the end of your movie when we thought you was gonna get caught, I was like, oh, and then you hit him with that word. You got to adapt. I was like, this dude gave up all the secrets, but he also showed me how to get out of it. So after I saw the
Yeah,
movie and
yeah.
saw you got out, I had called you up and said, listen, you my cousin. The beef is over. You remember that?
Yeah. The beef is over. And here's the dopest thing about that too. I had better chicks too. I had better chicks. I smoked Eddie.
What?
Eddie,
No,
I
you
had
didn't.
way better. I had
No,
way
you did
better.
not.
Yeah, I
Hold
did.
on,
Yeah, I
bro.
did.
He
Yeah, I
had,
did. My
bro. He
lineup
had,
was better.
bro.
Look
He
at my
had,
poster. Look at my poster.
bro. He had,
Look at my
he,
poster.
he had Halle Berry and Robin Givens, two of the coldest in the game back at that time. Stop it. Stop
You
it.
only
Come on
got
now.
two? You only got two? You only got two? Come on, man. Get your weight up. You only got two? I got
Yeah.
AB. Come on, man. That's like telling a dude with two cars, he got more cars than you know he don't.
Yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah.
we're both in the same category about this question. Like, we're both superstars, but now superstars are coming up quick. So if you were a comedian today, would you go the route that you went, Peppermint, Club 88, Improv Comedy Store, or would you go the internet route to become famous? And then the second part of that question is, do real comedians respect internet comedians?
Okay, I give it to you. I give you this. First and foremost, you would probably come the internet way because that was the same equivalent to me being on Def Comedy Jam. So just imagine in 91, 92, young urban black comedians didn't have an opportunity to be on network TV yet. So we was like, well, what would be the big jump off for us? So you remember Def Comedy Jam was a big touch point for us, right? So that would be equivalent to guys putting they set on Instagram or TikTok right now, right? So if I came up in this era right now, I would think that this period's Def Jam is the internet because people can see you. They ain't gotta wait. If you think of a funny idea, you could put it up. If you got a great joke or you film your set and you have a viral moment, you could blow up. Now, here is the catch. That does not make you a comedian already because you got a million followers on the internet. What makes you a great comedian is the practice, is you being on stage all the time, you getting good, you having bad sets, you having good sets. So a lot of comedians, when these internet comedians get on these shows with these vets, they struggle because the reality is they don't have an hour of material yet. Some of them might have 15, some of them might have 20, but like they're new. So they're learning faster. They got to learn on the fly because a promoter is going to put he's going to put Desi Banks on the show. He's going to put DC Youngfly on the show. He's going to put my boy, let me give you another guy, Ryan Davis. He's an internet guy. Mojo Brooks will get a shot. You know what I'm saying? Mojo funny as hell too. But
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Did Mojo get a lot of movies and do a bunch of TV? No. But his social program is fire, right? DC Youngfly, social fire. Even the girls, you go Jess Hilarious new. She blew up off the internet. Now she's on the radio. But you know what I mean? How you gonna be mad at the way that their entry point? All I want is them to take the craft of stand up and just really rock out with it. That's it.
All right, the NBA draft is in the books, and DraftKings Sportsbook is already wondering who we think is going to win Rookie of the Year. Right now, the current odds, Cooper Flag, the favorite at minus 200. Harper and Bailey, the two Rutger kids. Harper plus 900, Bailey 10-1, plus 1,000. Trey Johnson at plus 1,200, and then Edgecombe and Demon at plus 2,200. I see a lot of value in Edgecombe at 22-1. What if Maxey doesn't start off the year right and he's getting a lot of burn? 22-1 feels really darn good. But I also think betting on Cooper Flag right now at minus 200 could look like a lot of value, especially with no Kyrie early on. He's going to get a lot of credit for everything he does. The one thing I will say is his line, 16.9 points per game, over under. I think I'd lean towards the under, but that's just me. What do you think? Go ahead and make your bets on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Baseball fans, summer is in full swing and the season is heating up. From midseason rivalries to breakout performances, every game is packed with drama. There's no better time to jump in with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Right now, new customers who bet just $5 get $150 in bonus bets instantly.
Whether it's towering home runs or clutch strikeouts, you won't want to miss a moment. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code BIGPOD. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $150 in bonus bets on DraftKings. Same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together from the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on in-progress games right as it happens, making watching the game that much more exciting.
If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Pick 6 and have the shot to win cash prizes.
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code BIGPOD and bet just $5 on any wager and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code BIGPOD only at DraftKings Sportsbook. So I think us as earthlings, we're creatures of habit. For example, this is confession time. What I learned from you growing up is every time you showed up at the family events, every time you showed up at an appointment, you were always dressed to the T. I learned that from you. So when you watch comedians living or ones that have passed, what have you learned and what have you taken and what did you say to yourself? Okay, I like this, I like this, I like this. I'm gonna add it to my own style. Because seriously, like I've never seen you in jeans, brother. Like when the silk shirts is out, you was the first one in the family with the silk shirts. You was the first one with the S curl. You was the first one with the suits. You was the first one with the earring. I learned all that from you, watching you grow up. So again, which comedian, living or past, did you say, okay, I like that. Now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna create Bill Bellamy with it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you who are my top 5 influences, and you, when I say their names, you're gonna say, okay, you're gonna see why I'm the comedian that I am. I feel like I got my storytelling from Richard Pryor.
Okay.
I feel like I have my flair and my charisma stuff from Eddie Murphy.
Yep.
I feel like I got my edge from Reg Fox.
Ooh.
Yeah, Red Fox was a beast. Very, 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 very funny brother. Also my like physicality, being very, very physical on stage and stuff. I feel like I got that aspect from Robin Williams. He was very, very animated and super duper funny. He could do 20 voices in 13 seconds. And also, did I say Mr. Cosby? Mr.
Not
Cosby?
yet.
Yeah, Mr. Cosby. Mr.
Yeah.
Cosby was
You
one of those influences.
You probably shouldn't say that name too much, but I understand where
Yeah,
you're going.
well, yeah, I'm saying before the pudding.
Yeah, I have this argument a lot with people. You hear the word comedy, but I hate to say it like this: there is black comedy and there's white comedy. To you, what's the difference? When I say you are commodextrous. I've seen you kill
like
white
that.
crowds.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've seen you kill people in Newark. Corey Holcomb,
Right.
all black. Love Corey to death. He's super raw. And then you have guys that do white. So in your opinion, because you're a professional comedian, what is the difference?
I think the difference, honestly, Shaq, is that, how you touch the people. You mentioned Corey Holcomb. What I love about Corey Holcomb, I think his touch point is he's very, very, very machismo as far as the mind of the man. Like I always tease him. I say, yo, your comedy is thoughts that dudes say, but they won't say it, but you say it for them.
Yes.
And that's a very specific, sort of mindset. Super funny. Women don't like it as much, but dudes, we on the floor. Then you have guys like Cat Williams, who is like, to me, the voice of the culture. Like I like Cat Williams because he speaks his truth from his perspective, from his lens, is edgy. He don't apologize. That's what I love about Cat. Now, if you think about like somebody like Sid, what I love about Sid is just lovable. He's like your cousin. He's like, Unc, you know what I'm saying? He the dude that you know how to grill. Like he's that favorite barber that you love that's funny. Like that's who Sid is to me. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it all ways. It's like I had to be able to do both clubs. So like on Friday, I might do an all-white club. And then Thursday, I was at the all-black club. Then next weekend, I'm at a all-white club again. So the thing with me was I had to keep flipping back and forth. So I got good at it because I was like, okay, I know kind of stuff that's funny for them. I know kind of stuff that's hood funny. Then I got some stuff that's, bougie funny. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go from all white crowd to an all hood crowd. And most hood crowds don't believe that I say the stuff that I say because I don't look like I would say it. But they don't know, coming up in Newark, coming up in, we doing shows for drug dealer cats, with the big phone, they sipping Mo, you know what I'm saying? They drinking Mo on. This is before the cats was popping bottles. Drug dealers was doing Moet, you know what I'm saying?
I remember.
And they was wearing fur coats. Yeah, they was wearing fur coats and Timberlands and Yankee hats at the club. And they was like, yo, B, man, keep it real, man. Don't do none of that MTV. Man, we ain't trying to hear that. So now I had to do that set. So for me, I think the secret to my longevity is being ambidextrous or comedic dexterous, like you said.
So growing up, when we saw each other, you knew I was going to be an NBA player. I knew you was going to be a great comedian. What would you have done if it didn't work out for you? For me, I'd have been a cop in Newark. I'd have been a cop in Newark.
Oh man, if I didn't make it, I didn't even give myself a plan B. But I guess if I didn't make it, I probably would have gotten fired for being too funny at a job. Like I probably wouldn't have been able to keep it. I probably would have got fired. They'd been like, "Yo, B man, you can't be back here at UPS in these trucks, man. Nah, man, go on home, bro. You cracking up. You're doing too much."
So Lunazul wants me to ask you, speaking of new comedians, who is a person that you look at and say, I like him. He's next. He's next in line. Because, bro, me and you getting older, we need to start, going to Monaco with our wives and start cruising and start doing the retirement thing. So who do you look at and say, you know what, he's next in line. He's going to be here for a long time.
There's a couple guys I like that. Like Skeet Carter, I think is one of those he's got like star quality, delay, star quality, Mojo. I said him earlier. I did a couple shows with Mojo. I like his social media stuff. I like his stage stuff. He's a very, very funny guy. I like Desi too. I like Desi Banks. You know what I'm saying? Desi's dope, up and coming. He remind me of like a young, sort of Chris Tucker guy. Who else I've seen that I like go, oh, that's nice. Okay, he got some fire with him. Dang. Let me give you one more. I'm gonna give you one more.
Bro, you gave me 10 answers. Pick one, man.
Oh, just one? I only get one? I can't do one. Can I get three?
You've been doing it since we little, man. Just pick one, man. Just pick one, man.
Oh, man. I say DC Young Fly.
Yeah, he's dope. I actually know him on a personal level.
I love DC Young Fly. He's so multi-talented. He could do everything, sing, dance. He's comedian. I mean, the dude checks off all the boxes. I like DC.
250 years of tequila making tradition is in the face. Lunazul tequila is a celebration that comes full circle. From the fields of Jalisco to your glass, experience the authentic taste of 100% Blue Weber agave tequila that's crafted with pride for what's inside. And made for moments that shine true. Those who know look to Lunazul Tequila. Bardstown, Kentucky, 40% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely. Lunazul Tequila. All right, let's get one thing straight. I'm all about staying fresh, on and off the court, and on and off the studio. I spent a lifetime dominating the game of basketball, but when it comes to grooming, I need something just as powerful. You know how it goes. When you're my size, your grooming routine better match the level of greatness. That's where the Dome Shaver Pro package comes in. Whether you're maintaining a smooth dome for that perfect shine or just looking for a clean, fresh finish, this shaver is built for big-time results. Don't just shave. Dominate your grooming game like I dominated the paint. Let me show you the Dome Shaver Pro. This bad boy has 90 minutes of battery life with a 5-minute quick charge feature for those busy days. You know I'm always busy, so those quick charges are great. And the magnetic blade head makes cleanup a breeze. Just rinse underwater, snap it back on, and you're good to go. Simple as that. We love a clean, fresh feel. Self-care is key. And we even got Dome Soother Head Aftershave Lotion. Calm your scalp after a quick shave of non-irritating formula. Don't just get a shave. Dominate your grooming game. Head over to manscaped.com and use code BIGPOD for 15% off. Get the Dome Shaver Pro package and keep your head as clean as my championship record. Hey, why you keep looking at the screen like I'm too dark or something? Like you got some jokes you want to say?
Well, the problem, first of all, I haven't seen you for the first 15 minutes. I just heard your voice because I don't know what color black you are right now. I was like, yo, I know it's him, but I don't see him. All I see is glasses in yellow. I was like, well, maybe
glasses
maybe he's
in
a
yellow.
stick of butter.
What's yellow?
Where did you,
my teeth?
Your teeth.
And what's my theme song right now? Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
You black and yellow, bro. Listen, Shaq, I ain't seen you this dark. Bro, you look like the back parking lot of Valley Fair. You remember?
I'm looking at myself in the screen. You know who I look like right now? Watch this. Say action. Say action. Say action.
Action.
Where is the diamond? Where is the diamond? Do you see the diamond anywhere? Where is the diamond? Do you see the diamond?
Bro, you look like Jaimin Hansu's big brother, bro. What happened? When'd you fall asleep on the grill? The hell? What's going on, bro? Like, we used to be the same. God damn. You, boy, you look like
You sent me
a
the text.
Boston baked bean, fam. What is
You
going
sent me the
on?
text
Where your
earlier.
producers at? Put some light on you, bro.
You sent me the text earlier. That was the funniest text. You said, "Damn, bro, you look like
You
just."
look like the first dude that got his freedom, man. This is like, yo, I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long. No, God damn,
Hey, you know,
boy. Ooh,
I have to say thank you because growing
damn.
up with you, that's all you did was make us laugh. I have a great
Yes,
sense of
sir.
humor because of you. Like,
Bro, everybody asks me, they be like, why is Shaq so silly? I say, yo, man, he always been doing it. Like, you always been a practical joker. I'll never
and I get
forget
it from
when
you.
you put, hey, listen, I'll never forget. I think his name was Brian something. You put doodle in his car, man, in the Ferrari. I don't know why.
Oh,
I don't know
so
why. What would you
so
remember that?
so hold on. So hold on. He came out, right? He came out. He said, "Hey, man, somebody put in my car." We was like, "I don't know. It must have been that dude walking the dog." He got mad. He tried to fight. Ain't no dog gonna climb in my Ferrari and take it in the middle of the seat. Confession
I
time is
swear
up.
to
I
God.
did it. I
Yo,
did it. Oh,
bro,
man.
I could not believe you did that. I remember you saying, B, watch this, watch this, watch this. I'm like, yo, he went and scooped up some doodle. I was like, where is he going with that doodle? And then you put it right in the Ferrari, the brand new Ferrari. I couldn't believe it. And you said, watch this, watch this. This is how silly you are. You was like, yo, man, go check your car, man. I think it's something going on, man. And he went crazy. What was his name? I forgot.
I
Damn.
forgot his name, too. Yeah, that was funny. So,
Yeah, that
hey,
was hysterical.
you know I'm a little
Yeah.
upset, right?
What happened?
The Lakers got sold for $10 billion, and I ain't getting no dually. I ain't getting no brand new Escalator. I ain't getting nothing, dog.
No,
Like,
man.
listen,
They gave you a thank you for your service. Thank you for your
listen.
service,
It
Shaquille.
was Magic, me, then Kobe. Like, can I get something?
Yes, sir.
Can I get it? Can I get a check for like, $50 million? Something. Damn.
Something. Come on. 10 billion? Jeannie Buss, you probably won't never see her again. She probably gonna be on that spaceship with Elon Musk after that.
And what was your thought on that when the Lakers got sold?
I never thought they would sell. That
Me
was a
either.
little that
Me either.
threw me off. I didn't think they would sell. I thought they was gonna be like one of the last, sort of like family businesses sort of thing. But I mean, if you think about where they sold it at, like from where they got it for, I
Yes, that's crazy.
I guess, cashing out is real. You gotta cash out.
I'm sitting here at a convertible podcast studio. This is where
Well,
Cam and Mace.
you in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm at the Winds. I'm shooting here where Cam and Mace shooting at the window and people stopping. I guess I guess I still got it.
Yo, bro, listen,
I
man.
guess I still got
I'm
it.
giving you your flowers. You definitely still got it, bro. The thing that I really, really admire is how you always keep your discipline about business. You still keep your personality, the fun of it, but you handle business like that's a lot of players, when they retire, they kind of fade off or whatever. Like, yo, I feel like you got better. Like, I feel like your second quarter was better than the first. Like, you did all the basketball, then you just turned all the way up. And, you definitely, laid out a blueprint for a lot of cats like, yo, man, think about your future all the way through because you can't play basketball forever, but, you can live and you can continue to build for your family legacy. I think that's super dope.
And I always tell people that it's okay to have a little bit of professional jealousy. Just turn it into motivation. Don't turn it into hate.
Yeah, you ain't got to hate.
I was always jealous of you growing up. And no, seriously.
That's because I got.
No, seriously. Like you were the smoothest one in the family. You had your together. You had a job. You never got in trouble.
You,
and everybody used to be like, you need to be like your cousin Bill. You need to go, Bill. So I used to hate you. When you used to come to those family functions, I used to be like, look at this with the silk shirt. But I want to thank you, brother.
Soul Train Awards.
Yes, yeah, I want to thank you, brother. Like, I mean, like I know a lot of people Shaq, but I always tell people, oh yeah, Bill, that's my cousin. That's my first cousin. So I want to thank you for helping me become me, brother.
I definitely do appreciate that, man, and the very kind words. But I just think it was divine the way we both grew up and how we met each other again, in the game. And it's so cool because a lot of people don't know the story. They don't know, how many times you guys moved around in Brick City and the whole nine. But I'll never forget, man, me and you. I'll never forget the feeling of you and I shooting that. I think it was a Pepsi commercial,
Right.
and you and I were rolling in a convertible on Wilshire Boulevard, and you looked over and you was like, "Yo, you think the cats from Newark believe we could do this?" And we
Yeah,
were shooting
I
that. We
remember
were
that.
shooting, yo, man. And I said, "Wow, that ain't nothing but God, bro." Because you gotta think like how I went my route this way, you went your route this way, and then it just worked. We came back together. We did Reebok, we did Pepsi together. I don't know how many we
We
did.
did
A
Shaq's
lot of
Comedy
stuff with the
Jam.
NBA.
Yep.
Yeah, we did all the All-Star jams together. Like, bro, man, we're very blessed brothers, man. Come and we always repping. So I love you for that.
Thank you. And you gonna be performing all July. Tell the people where you're gonna be performing at. I wish I was in San Antonio.
Yo, man, tonight is going down. I'm gonna be at the Woodlawn Theater. I got 2 shows actually. Tickets are selling. I got that second show is 10 o'clock next weekend for Labor Day weekend. No, for 4th of July weekend. I'm gonna be in Nashville. I hit Nashville, then I hit Baltimore, and then I hit Seattle. So in July, I'm gonna be out there rocking. We got to get together, man. So I'm gonna come see you
do.
out there in Vegas, man. When I slow down a little bit. Is this summer league starting soon?
Yeah, I think it's starting to do it. Hey, we need to start a podcast. I just made the name up. You ready? Kill Bill.
But
You like that? Kill Bill. Shaquille and Bill
I
just
like
call it.
that.
Kill.
Yeah,
Think about it.
Kill
Think,
Bill. Let's
think
think
about
about
it.
that.
Listen, I want to say
Oh,
thank you
snap.
because listen, I'm always honest with my people, my fans. I had another guest that was supposed to be here today. That didn't show up. I called my cousin, and like he's been doing from day one, he showed up for me, answering my questions. I want to say I love you, brother. Thank you for always showing up, and good luck in San Antonio tonight. Make sure you don't talk about them big old women down there in San Antonio. And here's another clip about Charles Barkley talking about the big women in San Antonio. Shane, let me see that clip.
Oh
my
Chuck
goodness.
can do that right now. Entertainment in Houston.
I bet you couldn't do that to them big ass women in San Antonio. Oh.
We're not even in San
No, you could do that to them little skinny Houston women. You can't do that to them big old women in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Where is the diamond? Where is the diamond? Do you see the diamond anywhere?